Hey, how's it going? How's it going? I thought people might not find me. But you found me. Hey, how's it going? Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a lovely day full of cake and yummies. And I'm just gonna add everyone in the Discord and let them know I'm live. It says I'm playing. It has a Minecraft thumbnail. I don't know why. Good morning, how's it going? Today is not Minecraft, despite what the thumbnail may say. It is a spooky day! I specifically made a thumbnail for this, and that's why I was actually a whole minute late. Ooh, hiccups. I just want to talk about my, guys don't mind me talking about a thing real quick. I want to point something out. First of all, we've dropped from 39 to 38 subscribers again. That's disappointing. But something far more interesting. You see, that's the thumbnail I wanted. Something far more interesting. 49 to 55 views, depending on what device you're looking at, what time you're looking at. Heck. I guess sticking, and 7 to 5 likes, depending on the device you're looking at. I guess the heckin' tags work. I put meme as a tag. I guess that worked. So again, if any of you have a request, especially the birthday lady right here, please let me know of what spooky story you'd like to read. For now, I'll just start with the, I'll just start with a little spooky story. And I am so saddened by the lack of copyright-free playlist on the videos. Spotify. There we go, I can English. But don't worry, we have a lovely selection of things over here on YouTube. Have you read 999? I have. Seemed like a very cuddly fella. I think you were actually there for the reading. And again, even if there's an issue with this right here, and you find it too unpleasant, too unbearable, let me know. Looking at my volume levels, that's about good. What a lovely apparent cave we're in. Although looking in the back, we are clearly more of a forest. Yes, I'm quite sure you were. Maybe you caught, like, the tail end of it. There's a few times where that's happened. Let's start with... How long are you? Lydia stood over my bed at every night. Heard my dead grandma's voice? That seems mundane. Not sure if this counts, but here it goes. Those are always fun. And I'll have you know I'm getting back to writing. But not a story that you read. A story that you guys may have the experience of experiencing. I got 2 alerts. Okay. This story is called A Home, Sweet Starter Home by Petite Dead Thing. Well, that actually gives me a very good idea of what this is about. A fresh start. The home sorry, let my old guy eyes adjust. The home I always ever wanted. A very old, colonial, perhaps one of the oldest in my New England town, that was settled in the very early 1700s. The history was there as we explored deeper on moving in. The back end of the house, the addition was slapped on in a Mr. Fix-It sort of way, the 1960s or 70s. The first night there alone, I'm in my bed, hearing what sounds like a conversation going on downstairs. That is very distant and static-like. I can only say that if I had a talk radio station playing inside my head on a low on AM, all I know that sound weird. I asked my daughter if she could hear it years later, and she also heard it as well. Making it a home, I knew I wanted to remove the Smurf blue paint from the living room to brighten it up, and that was my first project. I had taken on the task and determined what paint until the night. Well, actually, it's very complicated reading while there's a kitty cat screaming in the background. I'm gonna need my own room. Determined would paint until late in the night, all alone. I was standing at the landing of the stairway and saw a cat come down and pause and do a quick spin and go back up the stairs. I wasn't sure what I saw. It happened so fast. I questioned myself. I can still recall the details of patches on the animal. A calico with white as its main dominant color. Kids all were in my room. I think the house was being a bit too scary. They were jumping all about trying to sleep. I heard do you see it? Look. I guess there was a very clear image of a Siamese cat right next to my bed, and it wasn't going away. I honestly couldn't see it. Part of me was horrified to even look as an adult. The room as lit by moonlight only. This went on for what seems like 5 minutes. Look, Mom, see it. It has blue eyes. None of them knew what a Siamese looked like, or a cat could have blue eyes. The fascination turned to panic as finally they said it went under the bed. The spookiness started with 2 cats and just built up to more and more heavy, haunting activities, like whenever it was teasing us with a couple of small things, then building up. If you don't mind me saying for a second, kitty cats seem like the exact opposite of a problem unless they are meowing very loudly in your background. Thankfully, this one has stopped. The man in the hallway. The boy's room was the most active with paranormal energy, and at one point, nobody would step in there. But before this, my elder son had that as his room alone. He had the man visit him and stand at his doorway. A shadow figure just looked there. Another time he woke up to see a giant orb the size of a children's ball, a little smaller than a volleyball. The object just hummed and glowed. He said he just looked at it until it slowly floated out of his room down the stairs. I didn't know why he was building a blanket fort every night from his bottom bunk of his bed, and that's when he told me about that huge orb-like floating ball. I get chronic headaches and have fibromyalgia. A medical condition that results in widespread musculoskeletal pain. I have times where I'm in bed, often in pain. The spirit of who I think Shadow Man is. He likes to smoke. Would let me know he was around on a day I was in my room. Usually when I was sick, or sometimes when I wasn't. I could tell him out loud, please stop smoking. It makes my headaches worse. He would stop instantly every time. The more malicious spirit liked to wake me up from a sound sleep. This only happened 3 times about. I would hear my first name shouted in my face, and I would jolt awake. I moved out about a year later. I thought a guy was great and going to do well for my family and I. We had intentions on selling the house while at his house. I, however, kept the property, thankfully. I moved back in, and boy did it feel heavy when I did. I was moving into someone else's home. The energy was strong. You could almost feel the spirit that seemed to move over or get stronger. Well, it was empty. The kids and I decided to put mattresses together and camp out in ghost room until we got the bedrooms set up again. Long as there was a lot of us, they wouldn't mess with us, right? I was having trouble sleeping and took a photo of my on my phone. The photo delayed, and what I saw freaked me out. I saw orbs flying and dancing all over, darting in unnatural, unearthly directions. I had to figure out how to record the screen of my phone while it delayed to take photos. I grabbed my iPad and hit record. I took a few dozen dancing videos of orbs, then all of a sudden, one orb of energy came flying from my daughter's room into the room we were in. The energy went at my child, he felt it touch his hair as it exited the wall behind us. I caught it on camera. Years later, I was at home on a weekend and a car pulls up. A couple come up and tells me how they grew up in this house, in a family, and long stories of a man fell off the roof to his death, shoveling snow. 2018, my neighbors, who was quite miserable and tormented the family after he purchased the house next door a couple of years after me. He drops dead. No, he actually drops dead chopping wood at the age of 80 right on the property's portals. Here's the night we return home to see a light flying into the ghost room from the front bedroom. Okay, this is a lovely story, but I have a strong feeling that this is fake. This is fully fiction. The largest feeling comes from the fact that there's chapter titles. Who is creating an honest real account on Reddit and put chapter titles in the Reddit post? This seems... Let's look at this. Let's look at this. For the last time. That's dust. You have a bunch of them in your house because you left it abandoned and it got dusty. Okay, we're okay, Ben. We're okay. It's just dust. It's just dust. The woman's literally afraid of dust. It's okay. I'm not sure anything can be believed. It's okay. We're doing okay. We're not dust in the wind. It's spookier than me, apparently. Okay. The lady is stood over my bed at night. This one's rather short. Let's hope this one picks me up. Hello. I am coming here to share my experience from my elderly childhood that I do not remember. But my mother and grandfather tells me the stories like it was yesterday. My parents had me in the early 2000s, and they ended up getting divorced when I was not even a year old. I often spent the night at my grandma's house, my mother's mom. My mom had little money at the time. When I was about 1 or 2 years old, I would come out of my room, tell everyone how there's a lady that used to stand over my crib at night and watch me sleep. Since I was so little, everyone thought I was making up stories. It was my imagination, nor was dreaming. This continued on for months, if not years. Every night, I would tell my mom, "Mother, there's a lady standing over my crib at night," and this and that. All the blah blah blahs. One day, my mom and grandmother were looking through a photo book. They were just flipping through pages. She landed on a photo of my mom and dad. I pointed right at her and said, "Mom, that lady's standing over my crib." I had never met her, and she had died years before I was born. After that, I had experienced seeing my late relatives numerous times. I do not have a gift, nor do I concern myself about being able to see communicate with the dead. I believe I had guardian angels who checked up on me. I happened to catch them at the right time. This one did make me feel better. Don't know why. Yeah. Okay, today's my second shot day. I gotta go get things done to prepare. I might not be on tonight because I might be horribly sick with the vaccine shot. You all have a lovely evening. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.